we're going to go now to our celebrity guest, and believe it or not, it's not the biped without feathers in front. It's our lovely Jolie, who is an Indian ringneck, and Heidi is here to tell us we're going to talk about Jolie and another ringneck named Taz. Hey, Heidi.
Hi, Jonathan. Hello,
Hi,
everyone. I have to make one correction. We're going to start with Taz.
Oh,
you
right.
just see right here.
Yep.
So she's a green Indian ringneck. And then we're going to show Jolie, who is our celebrity bird. So very quickly, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Heidi. I'm the ringneck coordinator. And there are different types of ringnecks. We have Indian ringnecks, African ringnecks, and there's also moustache and Alexandrines. They're much bigger. African ringnecks are slightly smaller than what you see here. This is an Indian ringneck. And she is obviously a female, and this is one of the few species that are dimorphic, which means you can distinguish between males and females.
Right, most parrot species, they look much more similar.
Correct.
So tell us a little about the personality of ringnecks in general, and then we'll talk a little bit about Taz and then Jolie. What are ringnecks like?
So ringnecks can be very different depending on the individual bird, and I think this is true for every parrot.
Yes.
The one thing they have in common, they can be loud, so they make an alarm call, and sometimes in the morning or evening, where they would be loud. Right now we don't really hear anything, but maybe that's coming up later. But in general, they're very curious birds. They like to check out things. And you can see here, Taz is looking around, where she could fly to. And both Taz and Jolie are flighted birds. And we just found they're very happy with that. If you have the space, like we do, where they can go to different places, they just love to fly.
Awesome. What do these guys eat, and what are some favorite foods?
So Knut, when he talks about Jolie, will go a little bit more into that, and we're going to show you some food. So we just switch the order a little bit because that's better to organize for us.
Yeah,
but they do like every parrot, they like fruits and pellets, and we also make some special birdie bread, and Knut is going to show you that on camera.
So we've talked today about some of these birds enjoying flying and being free-flighted. And if one of our virtual hosts will hold a question for that at the end of Q&A when we can talk a little bit, it can be a really good thing for parrots to be able to fly. Sometimes it's not indicated, and I just want to sort of make a placeholder for that at the end. So besides flying around and exploring, what does Taz like to do? She's certainly a really lively bird.
Yeah, so Taz is still a pretty young bird. She is about 6 years old, and
their lifespan, since people were asking.
They can be. I think it's hard to say, but between 25 and 30 years, I would say. Some might get older as well.
Awesome. Okay, and you were saying she likes to perch.
Yeah, she likes to be on. She's really tame, and I would say from the interaction that I've watched, that she likes women a little bit better. And once she picks that person, in this case me, she loves to be on the shoulder. I can do the dishes with her on the shoulder. She likes to be carried around, and of course flying around as well. And otherwise, we cover her up at night, give her some toys to play with, and sometimes she just hangs out here with us. When we have dinner, we have this climbing tree here in the background. All the parents out there and be with you.
Does I see some puzzle toys back there. Does she like puzzles?
Yeah, she just started to get into that. Jolie is definitely much better with it, but they figure out things very quickly. They're very smart birds.
Do you have a favorite story about Taz before we go to Jolie?
Yeah, she makes this really cute noise when she when, you know, when she's still covered up, and I have to say, both of the birds that we have, the Indian ringnecks, are not morning people or birds. They like to sleep in. And then, you know, when it gets too late, she makes this really cute noise. It's like a tickle-tackle thing, like, tick, 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 you know, I can't even mimic it, and it's really cute.
And do you think that Cass would be an okay bird for someone who didn't have a lot of parrot experience?
I would say yes, because she is very much tame. She doesn't bite, but it needs to be with, I wouldn't say she never bites. I mean, obviously every bird who gets annoyed by something would give you a nip. But in general, if she is comfortable with that person and she decides that's my person, I think she is really, really easy to care for.
Wonderful. And I think you said someone was asking online that she's 6 years old.
She's 6 years old now, yeah.
Wonderful.
They're very young.